What's up, guys? This is Justin with IGN. I am here with Eli, and we are taking a look at your new game, Travail.
Yes.
This game is we're playing on a PC right now, and is that the platform you're kind of targeting? Is that?
Yeah, we want to do it on Mac, PC, Linux, and then also Android and iOS at first.
Cool, that's awesome. So let's jump in and take a look at what you're kind of cooking up.
Cool. So right now we're looking at level select screen, which is actually kind of old, but it lets you select levels.
Sure.
So let's jump in.
Get work in progress.
Yes, this is the first time actually this has been shown publicly in a while. So.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
All right. So the general idea is you're an artist working on a comic. So what you're actually kind of doing, the fiction, is that you're drawing in edits to your comic in order to make it fit the story that you want.
And so that sort of matches the art style that we're seeing here, is that this is sort of meant to be inside a comic book page or panel.
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of like it's supposed to be old school 60s golden age of comics.
Sure, yeah.
So right now I'm basically going through and I'm doing one of the mechanics, which is the only one you can do in the first level, which is drawing paths, which pretty much the character follows. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
The big interesting thing about our game that we really try to push is that it's all indirect control. So you can draw these paths, but if you draw it like too abruptly like that, he might follow it, he might not, because he's actually controlled by the environment. So this is one cool thing too, is I'm writing a comic book, so if I mess it up, then I can just flip back in the book to an earlier page.
You went back a long ways.
I think I just broke it.
This is why it's a work in progress.
This is exactly why it's a work in progress.
I like that sort of flipping, I don't know, like we're in the game and now it's sort of polygonal and all of that, but then when you're rewinding back, it does sort of seem more static. It nails that aesthetic.
Yep, that's the general idea. So let me just buzz through this level. So there's obviously a boulder chasing you. It's sort of a constant thing at this point, but we'll probably remove it. So it's sort of a timer, basically.
Sure.
So you have a limited time. But it doesn't directly interact with you unless you take too long. And if you do it, it kills you, general thing.
So, this is sort of the first stage. I think this is the first stage right now.
This is the first stage, yeah.
So can you give me an example of, how things sort of escalate as the game goes on, or sort of what complications are introduced?
Yep, so there's a few more mechanics that are introduced as you go. There's paths, there are walls, there are jumps, and then there's the ability to make him trip.
Okay.
So you're essentially, you might make him trip in order to speed things up or slow things down or whatever, so you don't get hit by something.
And is it all kind of done with that sort of simple mouse control?
It's just the mouse, except for reversing time, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So if I go to the next level, this introduces walls. And so here you have a trap that basically is shooting, and I'll run into it and die. So with a right click, then you can draw a wall.
Okay, so it's left click versus right click for the pass and the walls. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I like how they sort of rise up out of the ground there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you can actually control them with the walls, but it's harder.
Sure.
Obviously, as I just killed my guy. So and there's also usually multiple paths you can go down. So here's the super hard expert path that most people probably will want to avoid.
Sure, but you made the game, so.
But I made the game, so I'm great at this game.
Yeah.
Or you could have gone back on the left. So yeah, so you're constantly switching between right click and left click to draw walls versus paths in order to have him move around where you want.
That's cool. It reminds me a little bit of Nintendo made Yoshi's Touch and Go on the Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
Obviously the perspective's very different, the theme is very different, but mechanically sort of making a path and making things safe for your character before they cross it.
Yeah,
that's
a similar idea. It's a little bit like Kirby's Canvas Curse too.
Yep.
Yeah, the main difference really I think actually is being able to effectively reverse time. So later on, there are actually sort of braid-like puzzles in here based around when you're flipping back pages and stuff.
And so these are sort of the first levels. How much content are you sort of planning on including here?
We're shooting for 50 levels for no reason other than it's an arbitrary nice number.
I mean, that's a big number, though.
It's a big number. Yeah, here are jumps, by the way.
Got it.
This is actually just a 5-level demo, so it's really fast difficulty progression.
Sure.
Not what I would want.
It's a good little taste of,
Yeah, of all the different mechanics.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to ask, if someone's sort of watching this video, they're curious about what you're cooking up, where can they sort of go to learn more, or sort of, Yeah.
They can go to travailgame.com, which is Travail is spelled.
Yeah, maybe we should spell it.
Okay.
Travale, right?
Travail,
not E.
Game.com.
Game.com.
All shoved together as one word.
I just want to point out that you're doing a great job of talking and playing, by the way.
I've played this level too many times to say that.
As we say right when it all falls apart.
Yeah, this part is... Yeah, I had my older brother's wife play this game. She doesn't play video games. So that was rather amusing to watch.
Get some good play testing from casual gamers or non-gamers.
Yes. Yeah, the idea is that you could play this if you are not an amazing gamer, just because you can't really lose. It's more about the fun of the story and then finding all the money, because there's different paths you can go down.
So are you targeting a Steam release, or are you going to release on your own? Or
I would love a Steam release, if that could happen. Definitely releasing on my own at first. I might try out, see if I can get on the Humble store or something as well.
Sure.
The usual avenues.
Yep.
Definitely on iOS and Android stores as well.
And how close is this to being sort of ready to go, finished? When do you, and I appreciate that dates shift and yada yada, but when do you anticipate that people might be able to get their hands on this?
We're thinking end of the year.
Okay.
It's still obviously got some bugs in it and definitely levels to build. We're only at really like that's a great bug there. Flew into the sky.
Sure.
We're definitely
2013, hopefully by the end of 2013.
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thank you, Eli, for showing us sort of a quick look at Travail. We're just going to let the game run while we do our outro.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There he goes.
That was actually kind of incredible.
That was pretty cool.
He just took care of it on its own. So, yeah, thank you for showing us a look at Travail.
Yeah.
Everybody at home, remember, we're always kind of trying to surface the coolest, most interesting things happening in the world of video games. So, for all the interesting video game hotness, make sure you're keeping it locked to IGN.